All right, so now you see what this is, the rules of the tournament.
Yep.
The rules by which players will be eliminated here now.
I'm sad to see him go. I'm going to be sad to see him go, and it's going to happen
hate
whether
to-
I like it or not.
Yeah. You got to have someone move on. There has to be someone that's eliminated earlier, and that is going to be happening coming up next. Our first match is actually going to be between a Taiwanese representative and a representative from Europe, and that's going to be Tom60229 going up against Numberguy.
Tom is, of course, the handsomest player, right? Self-declared.
Yeah, that's right. Self-proclaimed, and I loved his intro video when they had it.
Man.
The initial
So
one
good.
that they had. It was amazing.
If you missed
So
it yesterday, you got to go look up the VODs because it is magical.
I'm definitely a Tom60229 fan. now.
I think it's going to be up on YouTube, right?
I'm
The
sure it's
intro
already
thing?
up somewhere.
Speaking of which, go ahead and get involved with the social media, all right? Tweet at us. You can tweet at Play Hearthstone, and of course at Reels_HS.
Yep.
And BD Broad, and that's Broad with a DE on the end. That's how you spell that. And Artosis, of course. And you can see there some other social media as well. Get involved. The other way to be Broad is BRO''D.
Oh wow.
And that's a different type of broad altogether. One that I like this type of broad more personally.
Yeah.
You don't want to get broed.
No, not that type of broad. I want to get this type of broad.
There you go.
It means a fit of laughter, to laugh. That's probably what it says on Urban Dictionary by now. But anyways, let's take a look at these players. Self-declared handsomest man in Hearthstone over here. Do you guys agree, or is Savit's more handsome than this guy?
Well, did he
this guy
say
wins
in
hands down.
Hearthstone or did he
Hands
say in Taiwan? I think he might have said in Taiwan.
Well, it doesn't
Well,
matter what
Taiwan
he
has
said.
a lot of people
I
in
believe
it,
he
too.
is the handsomest man in Hearthstone at this point.
He could be.
Did you watch him zip up that jacket?
I just love watching people zip up jackets, but you know what I love more is watching people button their shirt.
That was a pleasure.
I didn't do it in slow-mo, though.
Yeah.
He did it in slow-mo.
And then I got to watch you put a tie on. That was fun, too. But yeah, I mean, Tom, very, very good player. Unfortunately, did fall down. Going up against Numberguy, a very young player indeed.
Youngest to the tournament? Or is Green Sheep younger?
I believe Green Sheep is
Green Sheep
actually
is younger, okay.
Yeah. But anyways, Numberguy is kind of an interesting guy. In fact, let's take a deeper look at him.
That was really well played.
Really well done. That is that, and it looks like Numberguy.
I'm a student, and after school I make all my homework, all my written assignments, and I make them pretty quickly. And then I go home, and then I still have 4 to 6 hours left to practice. I've always been a shy person, but then when I got in high school, I evolved and learned to meet new people. My mom and my sister was here today to support me, and because they also wanted to see Stockholm, and I'm only 17 years old, and they were like, we want to travel with you and support you, and I was like, okay.
Numberguy right now should be doing a fist pump, and it looks like Numberguy is gonna be going to BlizzCon. A huge victory for Numberguy.
I was actually feeling pretty confident the last 3-4 turns. I was feeling like extremely, extremely happy. Like I was like, wow, I'm actually going to win this. I'm actually going to BlizzCon. It's actually going to happen. And then it happened, and I was like, I was so happy and exhausted at the same time. It was definitely one of my dreams, but for it to actually happen, I was not really so confident. If I won the money, I would probably move away from home and start a new life for myself, and probably start streaming and doing awesome DreamHack stuff and awesome BlizzCon stuff.
All right. Excellent to hear from Numberguy. If he wins this, getting his own place.
Just moving away from home and...
At 17, that is the dream.
It is.
There you go.
That in a car.
Wherever the road takes you, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think he's going to spend a lot of time playing Hearthstone. Might not need the car, but definitely needs a room to play it in.
Yeah, well, there you go. Like a camera to stream with.
Of course. Of course, he recently did join SK Gaming, which is one of the most well-known teams ever in Western esports, whereas Tom is actually on the OE Flash Wolves, which in Taiwan is just top tier. In fact, worldwide is a top tier team that's really starting to show a lot of results in multiple games.
Right.
6 different classes here. These 2 competitors over the course of these games.
Which ones were banned? I actually missed that.
Warlock and Druid, I believe.
All right.
Tom's Warlock is banned.
Yeah.
Numberguy.
Interesting that he banned the Druid deck there, but it looks like we're going to have Tom starting out with Shaman, Hunter from Numberguy.
Oh, I'm so excited about this match, you guys.
Excited about every match.
All right, with this one in particular, I love Tom60229. I'm excited to see who's our first person to be eliminated from this tournament.
Yeah,
That's right, yeah.
I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit worried in a way for Numberguy. I think of all the players that we have here, he seems to be the one who wears his emotions on his sleeve the most.
Okay.
Him and maybe D2. And I in a way, I want him to win so that I want them both to win, which can't happen. But I want to see him win so I don't have to see him lose.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
We'll have to see how he deals with that sort of those emotions as the games go on.
Do you think, you're someone who's been a pro gamer for a long time, Reels.
Yeah.
Do you think that's because he's, young?
I think that is probably the most significant part of it. It is, you do play with your heart when you are younger, and it's harder to play with your head sometimes, especially when you get to this kind of, this magnitude of an event. It is absolutely huge, and it can be overwhelming at times, and so all you really have to fall back on is just your emotions. And, I imagine that's what's happening to Numberguy, and I hope that he can keep his composure enough to play really well, and it doesn't in mistakes. I don't think it will, but we have seen him be a bit emotional already.
Yeah.
Well, we actually saw an Earth Shock on that Undertaker on turn 1, even though actually Numberguy has no Death Rattle minions to buff it with.
That shows the respect for that card, right? It's just like, well, I don't even want to have to deal with this. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, the alternative is what? Earth Shocking it later?
Yeah.
So now being Hunter against Shaman not able to really heal very much.
Yeah.
Usually they don't play any cards that have any healing. They don't have any class 1s. So he decides to clear out the totem instead of just going to the face. Is that out of respect for something like Flame Tongue Totem, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. You don't ever want to leave totems up, even though you could maybe hit for some more damage. The more totems they get up, the more options that they have, whether it's healing, attacking you, having a taunt, or some more spell power. So it's something that you really got to be on top of. And of course, with those Flame Tongue Totems, they're all deadly weapons.
Yeah. Well, this is still a lot of damage very early on.
Yeah, that's a lot of minions.
And
no Lightning Storm in the hand. Oh, hey!
Well.
What did you say?
I mean, is it the right time to storm some lightning? It would clear the board.
It has to be, right? This is already way too much damage to deal with.
What are the other options here? Azure Drake?
Well, you could play the Azure Drake, but you'd really need to protect your life total as much as possible.
Yeah.
It's already a third dead.
Yeah, just about. The Azure Drake seems like it's way too slow here. I think the only other thing could be a Hex, but that doesn't even work out well because you'd want to trade the Golem into, one of these higher damage minions, like the Loot Hoarder, and then it would die anyway. So I would say you just throw down a Lightning Storm. The only consideration is, do you want to coin into a totem? And I would say probably not.
Yeah, holding the coin for later could end up being really good. He does even have Alakir. Alakir can be a great card if you ever can survive long enough to get it out. It's kind of like Sludge Belcher Deluxe in terms of what it's doing for you both offensively and defensively at the same time. But
the coin costs 5 mana this turn.
5 mana coin not going to be doing much. Overloaded turn, just 3 mana.
Ouch.
Literally nothing you can do about Totem this turn. Well, Taunt Totem is a good one.
Actually, that's the best totem he could have drawn by a huge margin right there. So
yeah,
nice to see. I'm just considering if he wants to attack into his opponent or into this Loatheb.
What would be the reason to attack into the Loatheb?
I don't like attacking the Loatheb at all because that obviously means that he wants to finish it off with. I guess that would be for a Fire Elemental. Yeah. I was thinking the Rock Biter.
He's got 6 mana next turn.
Yeah.
But he doesn't need to do it right now.
Yeah. You're not going to get rid of both copies of this. I guess the only thing that could go wrong is a freezing trap coming down this turn. Or even that snake trap coming
he's
down.
got
So
snake
actually,
trap.
there were a few considerations there for sure.
Well, the Savannah High Main comes down, and that will almost certainly prompt a Hex
Yeah,
from
Hex.
Tom.
Hex is the answer to Savannah Hyman.
that's for sure. And he still can go ahead and use this Rock Fighter to actually clean that up as well, so that's good. And hey, he's really stabilized here at 21 health, even after that kind of quick start.
Yeah,
it was like
he's-
slow then fast, and then now it's slow again.
Yeah, he's kind of doing it. Fire Elementals can be a little bit on the slow side, but if you are at a high enough health total to ever get them out there, they can turn the game around for you very quickly.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And the Hunter doesn't have a lot of minions. He's got a Leper Gnome.
Yeah, no minions. Well,
Well, I mean, this
The
this
snake trap.
frog is actually a beast, in case you guys didn't know.
right.
it
true.
is.
Is he gonna flare and try and get Houndmaster? And
That would
That
be,
would
that
be
would be pretty
awesome.
good.
That would be excellent. I would like that. But I actually like a snake trap come down. Yeah, look at that,
it's
because
definitely gonna pop.
it gives him a charge, which is an extra 3 damage. It gives him a bunch of snakes, because you know he's going to attack this guy, right? Or no, he could fire all of you.
Oh, right.
So that would actually be really good.
And there's almost nothing left that, if he can keep the pressure on after that, that he would need to. Well, it doesn't matter anyway now.
Oops.
But he could have tried to go the rest of the game without triggering that
Oh.
secret.
And he immediately sits back and starts thinking.
Yeah, maybe he did that a little bit too quick. Think he's considering maybe throwing down Alec here?
He does have the coin to do it, and that is good.
If you held onto the coin this long, you probably wanted to hold on to it to do something. When is now?
Yeah.
When does now come?
Well, it's that, or he fire Ellie's one of the snake tokens, which isn't the greatest
Right.
feeling. You would-
Alec here would get Hunter's Marked, presumably,
Any large minion he plays is probably getting Hunter's
Yeah,
Mark
yeah.
next turn.
unless he plays Lotheb. And then pays, had to pay
Ah.
5 mana for
yeah,
Hunter's Mark, which
Lothar
we've seen.
Totem is somewhat reasonable.
It's something, but you're taking a lot of
Yeah.
damage at this point.
That's like you can see 8 damage there.
Yep.
This might make Alec here the right play.
And if he does play Alec here, it is going to get knocked down by that Hunter's Mark pretty quickly.
Yeah, but you know what? Alec here, you could at least remove some snake
Oh,
tokens.
it is coin time. Look at this.
All right, well, just
for
to get a
Taunt
totem,
Totem?
and the closer he gets to a Taunt Totem, the more happy he'll be.
Yep.
Yeah, if that was a taunt, that would actually change things quite a bit here. Make it a-
Ooh,
Oh.
that was a great
Could
draw.
have flared into
He
Houndmaster.
could have flared into Houndmaster on
Oh, the frog.
and he would have had he had 7 mana.
But then
He
it would have
been able
gotten
to do
Fire
it.
Elliot, and he would never have the snakes.
It's true.
Wow.
Are you sure it would have gotten Fire Elliot? What if
Yeah,
he-
it would have been a 2/3.
Well, he would have.
So he wouldn't have
traded it.
attacked it with his 2 on Golem. He would have just played Fire Ellie.
Man, this shaman is getting low.
Right? Yeah, he is.
Just 4 turns of hero powering is all Numberguy needs to win this game.
Yeah, and on top of that, there's no taunts here, so
He's
might
got
be able to-
explosive trap,
Oh,
and
God.
he's got Leper Gnome. This is
He's
got to be over.
It's got to be. Unless we suddenly find out Tom60229 is playing Heal Shaman and just top decks heal
Yeah,
cards.
Priestess of Elune.
Priestess of Elune.
Yeah.
It's a card.
Well, or Alex Straza, I guess, at this point.
Priestess of Elune exists.
It does exist.
that is a card that is in Hearthstone.
I would be shocked.
I too would be shocked, but I won't be
Standing
shocked
ovation.
is to see Numberguy take game 1.
Yeah.
No, certainly not.
It does. It looks heavily in his favor. It's got so much damage.
How bad is it for Tom to have lost Shaman in game 1, assuming that's how this game ends, and it looks like it is so likely to?
It's painful. It's really painful because Numberguy has a Warlock, and if that's a handlock deck,
Here come the winds.
then that could really hurt.
Well, if he clears out this totem, the Hunter's Mark will not actually let the weapon get through next turn.
That's true.
And so he won't be immediately dead. So there's that.
Yeah.
Not immediately dead is the best kind
Of not
of
dead?
not dead.
No, no. nowhere near dead is the best.
The worst kind of not dead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah, not yet immediately dead is the worst kind of dead, or the best kind of dead. The worst kind of dead is actual dead.
That's correct.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, this is getting complicated. But
Wait, I'm not sure what else to say.
yeah. For those of you who aren't first language English and English scholars, we do have streams in other languages right now. Oh boy, don't feel good
This
about
game
that.
ends next turn, right?
Yes, it
Well,
does.
Sludge Belcher, right? Could stop it.
Yeah, he could just.
I mean, how do you stop just the hunter hero power from killing you and with Leper Gnome?
Well, that's 4, and he's got 5.
I mean, the best he can do is extend it to 2 turns from now.
Yeah.
Ooh,
You better be
Urshock
playing
is a
Wind
great
Fury.
draw against
Oh,
that
it
Leper Gnome.
Gives him
Hey,
some
yeah.
time. But he's got Explosive Trap as his trap.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
what-
Oh god, yeah. That's
he
not.
has to hex one of his own totems to
He
get
can't, though.
taunt.
I mean, he could never
He
attack.
has. He has to hex a different minion because of the trap.
Yeah, this game is over.
It is so over.
No, he can
So
Urshock
over.
the Leper Gnome,
Yep.
attack in with his Fire Elemental into the face,
Okay,
Yes.
and then make
and
a
then
totem.
hex it.
Yes.
Yes.
And then he will live 1 extra turn.
Right, and then he'll just get hero power the next turn.
Not immediately dead.
Well, what if he? Yeah. Okay. All right.
Oh.
All right, and so it's got to be a taunt totem now.
Yeah.
Top totem for
Let's
the
see it
1
one
extra
time.
turn.
Oh,
Oh, Numberguy wins. Goes
Wow.
up 1-0 on Tom60229.
Now let's see. Does he do a bad manner play here?
Oh, and he got the kill command.
He could
as
kill
well,
command
so-
himself.
He should kill command himself if he wants ultimate VM. But
all
he
right,
doesn't
now.
do it. Does not do it. That's fine. Doesn't have to.
The well played. Let him get the finishing
What a
blow.
gentleman.
Yeah.
All right.
Numberguy.
Yeah. Yeah. 2 out of 10.
Yeah, that's a
Basically
2 out
nothing
of 10.
going on
No,
there.
he didn't do anything wrong there, which I find to be a bit wrong.
His mom is in the audience, so
That's true.
important not to BM too heavily.
And
Unless his mom likes BMing.
Possible.
well, what does that mean for the upcoming games here? Numberguy taking game 1, and I'm sure that doesn't sit well with Tom, but he's certainly nowhere near out of it yet. We've seen more than one comeback series. What's gonna happen in game 2? What's
All
Tom
right,
got?
so I mean, Tom has Warrior and Priest. Okay, so either one is actually a fine choice against Hunter.
Okay.
But he has to look at the other decks and try to decide how to beat those, because there's Warlock and Rogue. So both of those decks really kill Priest, in my opinion, like especially if this is handlock.
Have we seen Numberguy's Warlock?
I don't think so.
I don't remember.
Was
if
it
we
banned
saw...
in the last
I
match?
believe it was banned in the last match.
Okay,
but
so if we haven't seen his Warlock yet, we don't know if it's Zoo. If it is
Yeah.
Zoo, then Priest would actually do reasonably well against that.
yeah, I think though, because he has Rogue and a Warlock that could be handlock,
Yep.
I think I would go ahead and use the Priest now.
Try and get a win out of that before
Yeah,
you have to use it against the unfavorable matchup later
yeah.
on.
Like the Warrior is going to have a better shot against both the decks than Priest is against both the decks that are remaining.
Right. Well,
Given that,
who
do you think wins this series?
Well, I think advantage to Numberguy. So I don't really have a favorite in this particular match. I think Numberguy does have, obviously, with the game 1 win, he does have the advantage. And given the decks that Tom has left and that Numberguy has left, I think there is a slight advantage for Numberguy. So I think that especially if he manages to get another win with Hunter here, and that is entirely possible against either of Tom's remaining decks, that it could be a huge deal, definitely with him ending up the winner, especially if he can get another win. Right now, slight advantage.
Well, it turns out he does go with Priest.
Yeah.
And a good choice, I'd say. Golden Ysera, look at that.
And if you are the Priest playing against Hunter, what are you looking for in your opening hand with your mulligans to try and fight against the aggressive Hunter?
I would say that, for instance, you'd like Wild Pyro. I mean, if it's Death Rattle Priest, of course, you're looking for things like Zombie Chow, but Wild Pyro is going to be a great keep, for sure. I think Circle of Healing is not bad. A spell like Power Word Shield is quite nice, especially when you have that coin. It's going to help you cycle through a bit more. Combos very well with Wild Pyro. And there's Wild Pyro, so
Hey,
that's good.
Harrison Jones, good against the bow we just saw last game, do a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's true. Like, Harrison Jones can make a gigantic difference against a Hunter deck. That bow, Like that bow last game did, what, 9 damage or so?
Yeah, the first bow did 9.
Yeah.
Drew the second one to close out the game.
Exactly.
And it was a very
There's that
important
bow
card.
right there.
And there it is, yep.
Is this the exact same starting hand as last time for Numberguy?
It's very similar.
It
He
is
doesn't
so
have any Death
similar.
Rattle minions to buff that Undertaker.
This is within one card.
Did he he didn't have the snake trap though, right? He had something else,
I believe so.
like a Hound
Maybe.
Master or something.
Maybe.
No, not Hound Master. I don't know what it was.
It was a snake trap. We're going to go with snake trap.
It's exactly the same.
It is exactly
It might
the same
be
hand.
exactly like someone out there is pulling up a screenshot and being like, "Yep, exactly the same."
Deja vu, man.
That seems like a good draw. Is that right?
Well, it was good enough last time, right?
I mean for
For Tom. Oh yeah, Tom.
The
Tom
Northshire
said is
Cleric.
At least pretty good.
Or do you
Would you kill it?
Wild Pyromancer coin Power Word Shield on the Pyromancer?
Yeah, I think.
And then you could even drop your Northshire and start drawing cards. I think that's great.
Yeah, I think you're killing the Undertaker now while you can.
Yeah.
It leaves you with a 3/2 body that you can heal up to a 3/4, which that's really great with the Northshire Cleric. Next turn,
Right,
it
your
makes
next
for
turn
a
is-
great turn 3.
Use all your mana, you draw a card, you get another minion on the table.
And if you don't kill the Undertaker now, what your only plan is to wait until it gets to 5 attack and then Shadow or Death it.
Yeah.
So, oh, but he just plays the Northshire Cleric. I'm really surprised.
Without playing the Power Word Shield.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised by this.
Normally, it's really important to be mana efficient.
Yeah. Huh.
Well, now that has happened that way, and he didn't Powered Shield it either, so he sort of just let it hang there. He wants to save the Powered Shield for Pyro, and that means that the bow comes out, takes out the Northshire Cleric, and it's kind of the same position it was last turn, now just with a little bit more mana.
Yeah. Well, maybe a greedy play there. We'll see if that actually pays off for him. Thing is,
Yeah?
he could do that same type of removal this time, but he knows his Pyro just dies immediately.
Yeah, I mean, the Power Word Shield is really good with the Wild Pyromancer. So maybe that's why
Yeah.
he saved it last turn. Looks like he tried to heal.
Yeah, hero power costs 2, so coin.
bit of
Hopefully a new
Discount.
patch is going to
Innervate.
come out and just change that right around.
Oh, a Huffer. Well, that represents more damage,
And it's 4
and
attack.
it is 4 attack, of course, so right.
Things not going very well for
There's
for
no
poor
way
Tom
to
right now.
immediately clear that minion off the table.
Yep. Misha would have been also good. Oh, and a Savannah Highmane. So that's actually going to be a lot of pressure
Wow,
over the next
everything-
couple turns.
Ooh, everything working so well for Numberguy right now.
Yeah, this is all Numberguy this game. It is turn 5. Harrison Jones going to be active with the bow on the other side of the field, but that means that Huffer gets to hit you again.
Yeah, every Huffer swing is just so painful. He's already done 8 with that card for 3 mana.
Yeah, looking like there's a good chance it'll end up being 12.
Yeah,
And
even more now. Like this is so much damage incoming. Harrison is like
Yep.
not even. Oh god, and then he draws a circle.
Oh, yeah. One turn too late for that.
Yeah.
all right, well, the damage is going to continue to pour in, and he'll have to decide now whether he wants to trade. But at this point, considering you're running out of resources, ooh, and he decides that the Savannah Highmane is good enough, and he's just going
Yeah.
to bank on that. But
If he didn't do that, a Holy Nova clears his board.
Now he's got the Shadow Word Pain, but of course, it doesn't even fully clear the Savannah Highmane.
no, well, he can take out the Loot Hoarder at least.
Yeah,
This
that's
does
pretty
put
good.
him down to just 4 damage available.
Right.
And that's actually not bad considering he is still at 16, so
And the Hunter's running out of juice. And unlike other matchups, the Hunter hero power is less threatening against the Priest because the
Yeah.
Priest can heal every turn the amount that the Hunter can deal.
yep, directly counteracts it. Loetheb is a great draw, though.
Yeah, that's pretty
That
fantastic.
was about as good as you could have asked for. And I'll still be surprised to see him not trade. I guess,
Yeah,
the-
you mean into the Spyro here?
yeah, I guess
The-
the Pyro will die anyway if he does manage to play a spell here. So it's kind of like trading anyway.
He doesn't have a spell
Yeah,
that
I
he
think-
would want
I
to play
think-
here anyway, right?
No, you'd have to like
He just
circle or
play a
something. That
circle, but
wouldn't
then
do
it
anything.
heals everything up. So
Yeah. I think trading him is just okay. Maybe could have gone for 2 more, but...
Let me change your mind.
So that Lothep was amazing, because that was like the turn before where he could have Shadow or Deathed it anyways. So that is like a free 5 damage right there.
Yep. Well, now King Crush would be the sickest web spinner get.
Oh my god, it would be.
I'm ready for King Crush. We haven't seen him yet this tournament.
My body is ready.
I always get King Crush, so
Numberguy
I get
just
him a
used
lot.
all his mana, all his cards. Just went all in here on this play. The opponent with only 7 health.
well, he doesn't have any cards in hand, but
Good mind control, King Crush.
after you're dead, from the grave, Death Rattle on your hero, resummon back to 30 health.
Well, you could use the King Crush to clear. Yeah. Totally doable. Could happen.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to play that way. All right,
Oh,
so
is this it? Does the Hunter just win next turn now?
Yeah, I think so.
That's game.
Right, that's
Numberguy goes up
2,
2-0
4.
with Hunter. This is the second time we've seen Hunter start out 2-0 today after a poor showing from Hunters yesterday.
Ouch.
Wow.
yeah, and the writing is on the wall.
Oh, are we going to see Little D?
I would love to see that.
Almost.
I think he miscounted and realizes he actually needs it.
Someone out there is going to take Tom's username if he loses this match and put in parentheses the O2.
Oh, no. Well, his ID already has, yeah.
Tom60229.
Oh, man. Numberguy goes up 2-0 in this series. One
man.
more win with Hunter clinches it for him.
Do you guys think that maybe Tom was playing a little bit too quick? I felt like he kind of gave up after 3 turns or 4 turns. Like, he was like, oh, God, everything's going wrong.
And he is 1 game away from being eliminated. He's so close
And he just looks
to
pain.
competing at the event itself.
Dude, even
The
if he gets
heartbreak
eliminated
is
here,
real.
he's still won $5 grand, which is a lot of money.
Well, the dream is still alive. He could reverse all kill here, win
That's
3
true.
games. Is he playing? He's playing Warrior now.
Yeah, he has to go into Warrior, and hey, Warrior could do it.
Warrior is at least as good or maybe even better of a choice than Control Priest against Hunter specifically.
Yeah.
It's about even. And of course, Tom's strategy was to hopefully win with Priest, and that would play better for the rest of the series. Now he's got his back against the wall, and he's just got the Warrior. So any type of Warlock that is there for Numberguy is going to be tough to beat with that Warrior.
That is a fact.
And that's assuming
I think
he
I would
wins against Hunter.
I would rather play against Handlock than Zoo as a Warrior.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I misplaced my notes, but I think Tom was one of the players who had Big Game Hunter in his Warrior deck.
Oh, interesting.
Ooh.
So,
Then I'd really like.
yeah, so that could make him even more want to play against Handlock.
Yeah.
Now, if Numberguy is playing this Hunter deck, does that kind of paint him more as like an aggro player? Do you expect it to be Zoo a little bit more, or do you bring a variety of decks to tournaments? Some control
It's a
decks,
good
some
question.
aggro
I
decks.
think you have to like look at your lineup and also what you're comfortable with, because they both play so differently. If you don't have a lot of experience with Handlock, don't play it. Don't bring it to a tournament. The deck is actually very hard to, because you have to play it like as close to perfectly as you can, and of course every deck you do. But I think Handlock is special. You make one misstep, you miscalculate damage one time, you just die.
Yep. And in as far as the question you ask goes, it really depends on what you plan on banning when it appears. Usually you have 1 or 2 decks, usually about 2 decks in mind that if they have this, I'll ban this, and if they don't have that, I'll ban this instead, because they'll probably have it.
Well, this time we have an Undertaker with a Death Rattle minion to follow it up.
Ah, well.
Nice.
We've actually seen less of that in this tournament than we have previous.
I guess eventually that had to happen.
Eventually it had to happen.
You know, we do have a Fiery War Axe over on this other side. Look at this hand. It's actually quite good. Fiery War Axe, Whirlwind, and Shield Block are all very important cards. But I liked, by the way, what Numberguy did. He kept Savannah Highmane, knowing his early stuff can be dealt with. Savannah Highmane, on the other hand, can be a giant problem for Warrior.
Yeah, I think that's very good, actually. It is one of the most critical cards in the matchup. You don't always need it to beat Warrior if their hand falters a bit and they don't really have everything that they need. But that Highmane is such a big deal.
Yeah.
Well, I know that when Trump was playing Warrior and he saw a lot of Hunters on the ladder, he was so frustrated by Savannah Highmane He inserted Tinkmaster Overspark into his deck to try and
That's
turn it
awesome.
into a squirrel.
Wow, that is an answer.
That is an answer.
I don't think we've seen any Tinkmasters in this tournament. I think it was maybe Firebat said it was his favorite card.
Yeah. Was he trolling?
I don't know if he was trolling. I think that he feels like it's a card that highlights why, even though cards on the face of it can say it does this thing that is hard to use well, if you use it in the right circumstance, it's very cool and you can get a lot out of it and make it good.
Hey, we do have 2 Paladin decks here. They could be running it. I think that's the best class for it right
Yeah.
now.
Oh, I definitely used to run Tickmaster in my Paladin deck.
Yeah, some of the best places to use it are the classes or the decks where you can use it sort of offensively as removal or
On your own dudes.
or on your own guy when they don't have a Savannah Jaime.
When you
for
turn a
to
1/1
tank.
into a 5/5 and you got a 3/3 and a 5/5 for 3 mana, that's
It's pretty
You're
good.
feeling pretty good about that.
yeah.
By the way, notice he's saving the coin.
For the high main, you
Yeah, I definitely think so. He wants a turn 5 high main, and like for instance, using hero power over loot hoarder. I love these moves because he's guarding himself against things like whirlwind or unstable ghoul or death spite, stuff like that.
think? Ooh, Baron Get.
We haven't seen a lot of Baron Geddons yet.
No, certainly not. We did see a resurgence of him a couple weeks ago at Sword Cup, though. There were a few Baron Geddons field.
Yeah, now that there are an increasing number of Shaman players, we're seeing Shaman more and more. It seems like Baron Geddon is making a bit of a comeback.
See if it works out for him here. Can be useful against Hunter if your life doesn't get too low.
But really now, it is 2 cards in Tom's hand that aren't always in Hunter, or always in Warrior decks, I should say. Both Baron Geddon and Gorehowl. Those are cards that go in and out of the Warrior deck. They're not staples the same as others.
Yeah. By the way, that coin, he just made the coin cost more, so he couldn't play the Savannah Highman on the turn.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Very well done there.
Yeah, well, fortunately for him, at least he had Loatheb to answer Loatheb. Oh, wow. Going straight in, he's going to ignore his opponent's Loatheb and...
He knows that his opponent should trade in or the high main will go down, right? Like,
maybe that's exactly what it is.
yeah, I think it is. This is like some really good play here by Tom.
Don't count Tom out yet. He's down 0-2.
Yeah, but
Could come back.
some strong Warrior play so far.
Yeah.
And if that means that he gets a win in this game, 2-1 does not look as bad as 2-0, certainly.
Yeah.
And we've seen 1 reverse all kill already.
That's right. Yeah.
And who knows, maybe this is the second one in the works, but he's still got a lot of... All right, so he does trade it in.
Yeah. Tom read that brilliantly.
Yeah, this might mean...
Oh! I like Tom's hand.
Gorehowl might have to be the thing to take out this Savannah High main. Unless you're feeling lucky, you go for the shield block into shield slam.
That would be pretty lucky right
I
there.
like that
Yeah.
too. I like all these plays.
I like the shield block less. Gorehowl hurts, but you know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah, and you can trade your 2/2 directly into one of the resulting hyena. What is that trap? Do we know?
Actually, I
That snake trap?
think it's a snake, but
I thought we cleared it out already, did we not?
Oh, no, it's still there.
Oh, it is still there, so it is a snake trap. That's right. He used the whirlwind to kill the spectral
yes.
the spectral spiders, and the trap wasn't there yet. So hey, there is still a snake trap present.
If that is snake trap, and you do decide to Gorehowl the 6/5, do you not trade into the resulting hyena with your 2/2?
Yeah, you do.
Even
think
if
so.
it spawns 3/1/1s?
Oh god, that's well, it matters. Are you going to Baron Geddon the next turn? Because you can't rag into a big board of guys.
He's gonna kill the snakes with Baron Geddon.
Wow. Okay, and you know what? If you look at the life totals, like, Warrior can race.
Yeah, interestingly
Wow.
He
enough.
absolutely can. A 7/5 actually does more damage, believe it or not, than a 6/1.
Who knew? Well, it could become 7 attack right now if
Uh-oh.
the Ock pops out.
And we mentioned that Tom does run Big Game Hunter, you said?
Yeah.
So if he does get Leok here with that
Oh my
Animal
God.
Companion, we could
double.
see a top deck Big Game Hunter.
That would be amazing.
Well, if you get something like Huffer, well, okay, so first one, you could still possibly get Huffer. Would you take it out?
Oh,
Would
what
you
is
take
this?
Would you take out Baron Geddon with the Hunter's Mark?
Oh, there's Huffer.
What do you think?
Ooh, that's a really hard question. Well, I guess his answer is yes.
I guess his answer is yes, and the alternative would be you can't ignore it, but you could have used your Savannah Hymen to kill it.
Hey, that's
well,
actually not
Execute
a bad
comes
draw.
out. So I don't think we're going to see Ragnaros this turn.
No.
Oh, reels.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ben Brode.
Oh.
It's a golden Ragnaros too.
I know.
Like those don't miss.
No, those are true. In fact, at the end of the turn, it has a little option. What do you want to hit with this? So, guys, go uncraft all your cards and get golden rag.
Oh,
there's,
yeah.
There's a checkbox in the options, and it says, if you have golden rag, check always hit the best target, and it just
Yeah.
knows. But you got to make sure to check that box.
Well, Warrior's at 19. He does have shield block, so it's not
Yeah, he's still
not
doing
in
all right.
scary range.
I mean, he's got to start clearing though, right? I think that developing this weapon is exactly the way he needs to go.
Yeah, it's very mana efficient as well.
Yeah, he can basically just clear, gain some life, and have a rag, which is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
The rag against Hunter is quite nice.
Oh, Houndmaster's a really
Yeah.
great draw to keep the pressure up. It will force even more damage into the taunted minion with the Gore Howl.
Yeah, this is painful right
He's
there.
getting
That
low.
was a
He's
fantastic
7
draw.
health.
I think if I'm in the seat
Web
of
spinner.
Numberguy, I think I'm all in here. Just
Yeah.
Yeah,
all
he's
my
got-
minions go.
He's got the coin. He can
I
play.
would.
What are you waiting
Baron
for,
Geddon's
coin?
already gone. Like, the only thing you'd be afraid of, I guess,
Brawl?
is Brawl. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would absolutely play Web Spinner though, because Web Spinner, like,
Oh, Haunted Creeper's okay against Brawl too.
It reduces
no, I know
the
that, but
chance.
you get King Crush and then kill him.
Oh, yes.
We keep
You've got
saying
to
it.
prepare for King Crush.
If you
What?
do drop Web Spinner, it does reduce the chance that your 4/4 taunt lives, though.
It does. Or your 4/3.
Okay, that
either
is
way.
that is true, but with how many Web Spinners we've seen and no King Crushes yet, it's almost this tournament.
Oh,
he's going for it.
all in here.
Yes, I like it. I like it
He
a lot.
needs to see a brawl here. Tom
He
needs
does.
to see it.
He's gonna shield block if he doesn't draw it. That's like the only way he
Well,
can
he
win
gets
this
Well,
two
game.
shield
draws
walk into
then.
Brawl, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great play.
Here we go. Not
Okay,
a
shield
draw.
block it. Let's
Okay,
go.
here we go. Chance
Let's go,
number
Tom.
2. And he can clean up whatever's left with that weapon.
He wants to
Although
see.
he can't really if it's a 4/4 taunt. He needs to armor up. Or get the shield block armors him up.
does.
Here we go.
Moment of truth.
Brawl.
Okay, is there any way to live?
12 plus Sludge Belcher?
He's not even gonna do the math. He's just like, all right, let's see. Do I?
Well, he's
He got
he's
a lot
not
of
dead.
armor from shield block there.
He's
Well-
not dead. He's only taking 3 damage this next turn.
No, let's see what Web Spinner gets.
But yeah, what Web Spinner gets is pretty relevant.
Okay.
Maybe
Even
it's
a
King
Rhino
Crush.
is good here.
Oh.
Oh, that's actually
Hey,
pretty good.
hey.
It's still not exactly what he wants. It's just a guy.
It is just a guy right now.
Just to get stand in front of it.
All right. So does he get played or not?
I think he wants to wait until the
He
next
knows
turn.
he doesn't have a brawl,
Yeah, that's true. He does know that.
but he might top deck one.
Yeah. Holding on to it is interesting. He's still got 2 kill commands in his deck.
okay, you can't
Ragnaros.
even cycle this sign.
Ragnaros time.
Is it Ragnaros?
Maybe it's Ragnaros time.
No, it's not Ragnaros time.
You're not dead on board.
I guess that's true. If it hits the 2/1, you survive.
You can armor. Go up
You
to
can't
7.
armor. I guess you survive no matter what.
That's
It's
only
Ragnaros
6.
time.
It's Ragnaros time.
It's absolutely Ragnaros time. Or Sylvanas get some armor, shield slam a guy time.
So
Slam Rexar to draw a card. See if you can get something good.
Ragnaros armor. Ragnaros hits face. Gore Howl into face. Next turn, top deck a weapon. Weapon into face. Ragnaros hit face. Game over.
Wow.
That's pretty sick.
That's the
victory plan.
Ragnaros has to be on point.
And they have to draw no damage to kill
Right.
you with, of course, as well. Part of this plan is don't die.
I mean, at this point, sometimes you have to find ways to win. If you just stop yourself from losing over and over again, eventually you do lose. He's got a hero power that deals 2 damage to you.
Hey, you got Haunted Creeper. That's a real card. What?
It's not King Crush.
Well,
No.
I mean, Scavenging Hyena is a pretty real card too, right?
Yeah, it's kind of
Oh, and
real.
he does draw the kill command.
Oh,
Well,
and that's
wow.
it.
That's
Wowzers.
Number guy.
it was only a matter of time. You can't ask a hunter to not draw damage.
3-0
Wow. No, you
against
can't.
Tom60229.
And unfortunately, that makes Tom our first eliminated player.
Oh, I'm
I
so
gotta
sad.
say, I think he actually just played that warrior deck really, really well, but
Yes.
Yeah,
wasn't in the cards, as they say.
I liked his decks
No
a lot.
brawl. That's why you got to run 2 brawl.
2 brawls?
Yes.
Yeah, go 2 brawls, yeah.
2 brawls.
You got to do it.
I've seen it done, actually, and I liked it when I saw it. I don't know if it's right for every metagame.
It's right for every
Yeah.
metagame.
It's maybe not right against Hunter most
It's
of the time.
it's a strong argument from Ben. It's right for
It's
right for every
because it's right?
Yes.
Because it's right?
Yeah, it's
It seems logical to me, at least. I mean,
if you want to draw brawl, you got to put 2 in.
it ups the chances of drawing a second one. Reels, you can't argue that. Now, I'm no scientist, but 2 brawls seems awesome.
The card scientist Artosis.
That's, no, I'm no scientist. It's
Well, this means that Numberguy gets his first win on the board.
Yes.
He's not eliminated from his group yet, but he still has one more match to win. He will be playing that on the BlizzCon stage to see if he can move into
that's right.
the top 8.
Yeah, Tom, on the other hand, he'll be down at BlizzCon enjoying himself and his new $5,000.
Yes.
Wow. He can buy a lot of those mugs with that.
He fought great. He did. I mean, it was a tough series. I thought he had chances to win a bunch of times.
Yeah,
It just didn't come out his way, but he played awesome.
Yeah,
He certainly did.
He really did play unbelievably in the Taiwanese qualifier
Yeah.
to get here in the first place. He had a tough road. We talked about it before. He eliminated the other player who qualified, Frozen Ice, or not eliminated, but had to play through him,
Yeah. yeah.
and also eliminated Amaz. So, Tom, glad you made it to here.
Hey, that's
Congratulations on the
actually-
5K, the trip to BlizzCon. Sorry you're eliminated now, but
Hey, the top 16 in the world isn't bad, right?
That's right.
yeah, no kidding. I mean, all the players who were eliminated in the qualifiers are like, yeah, I'd love to be able to get to
Yeah,
there and get
seriously.
eliminated in the top
5
16.
grand, a trip to
compared to what
California.
And you get to enjoy BlizzCon as a spectator.
Yeah.
Which,
yeah.
let me tell you, is going to be amazing.
It's-
BlizzCon is
it
the
is.
best experience.
If you've never been to BlizzCon, you have no idea. It's incredible.
It's amazing.
It's pretty badass, to be perfectly honest.
Every time I've been able to go, I've gone. And this year is going to be possibly the best BlizzCon ever.
Yeah,
Almost
absolutely.
certainly.
Yeah.
This is my 6th year in a row going to BlizzCon. So, well, I guess there's that 1 year in Shanghai, but I went there too. So,
Yeah.
I like BlizzCon. I'm going to keep coming back, I think. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
But yeah, let's take a look at the actual scores that we have right now. And we'll bring that right up for you. Here we go. You can see that in Group A, we had Titular Celestial advance, and now Tom, unfortunately, is the first player out of this tournament. D2 and Numberguy going to be
That will
fighting.
be the
You were
match.
actually saying that these are the 2 players that you think Reels kind of wear their heart in their sleeves. Like, these guys really show their emotions.
Yeah, and Tom was showing his emotions a bit too, but that's going to be the elimination match at BlizzCon, D2 versus Numberguy.
Yeah.
A heart will be broken in that match.
Yeah, those guys are both like really nice kids too. I have to say, I've been talking a lot.
Yeah.
with kids and very strong Hearthstone players.
We know one of them is going to make it into the top 8 and one of them isn't. So,
Yep. Well, we will see who that's going to be, but first, let's go ahead and hear from Numberguy.
Yeah.
Rachel, let's get his say.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. It's wonderful to hear about your BlizzCon experience. We have a BlizzCon experience for the first time in the making here with Numberguy, and I just think it's so amazing that you're also able to be joined by your wonderful family. We have your sister, Lisa, here. Lisa, it's lovely to meet you. And you guys are brother and sister. You're going to have to share a microphone, going back on a long history here of sharing. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, look, that's so cute. That's perfect. So, we see a lot of Numberguy. He's on the stream all the time. He's playing games. But I want to know, has he always played games? And did you guys ever play games together?
Yeah, we played a lot in our family, like a lot of different card games and a lot of different strategic games, so I think it comes natural to him.
All right, now, Philip, when you guys all played games together as a family, really, who won all the time?
I think my sister won all the time.
All right, give me a high five. I felt like that was true, so I'm glad to know that. So, growing up together, your family is so supportive. They're all out here with you. They're cheering you on at the tournament. They're allowing you to do this. I mean, what do they think, really? What do you guys think about gaming as a career?
I think it's not something we really thought about, but we want to be supportive because we want people, we want our family to do what they want to do. And Philip want to play Hearthstone, so of course he should play Hearthstone.
Do you feel like that's got to be a huge help when you approach competitive Hearthstone?
Yeah, I'm very happy that they think that, and I'm very happy that they support me in my dreams.
You're a very lucky man. So I also want to know, when you guys all come out here to this tournament, and you're obviously cheering them on in the audience, what are you doing the rest of the time? Are you going out in California at all?
Yesterday we went to Hollywood after I lost my match, and I'm definitely looking forward to the next couple of days before BlizzCon to see some more of LA.
That's going to be very exciting. And are you from California, I heard? Is that true? Or do you live out here at all? No, somebody told me San Francisco. That would have been really cool.
We just went to San Francisco.
You just went to San Francisco before this trip? All right, what's better, north or south?
South.
South, correct answer. I'll repeat that for you guys. But thank you so much. It's wonderful to see a family that supports gaming so much. I look forward to seeing you on the competitive Hearthstone circuit next year, Lisa. Congratulations once again, Numberguy. We're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, lots more Hearthstone.